Good morning. It's Wednesday, January the 31st, last day of January. Hard to believe. Good to have you with us. I'm Todd Duplantis, and we're live at HCCTV this morning with Up to the Minute. We get your HCC news and information in the next half hour. We've got some announcements on the way later in the show. But first and foremost, my co-host every Wednesday, Dr. Lana Pagao from the Northwest College. Good to see you, Lana.
Good morning, Todd. Yeah. So last day of January, then we get into our leap year February. We have 29 days coming up in February.
Yeah, just have to add that extra day on, just had to do it. I'm telling you, though, it's hard to believe we are already almost 1 month into this new year, which just seemed to start. So, I mean, they say as you get older, life goes by faster, and that seems to be the case nowadays.
That's right. Yeah, I remember those summers when I was a kid, they lasted forever.
Oh, yeah.
Now time just flies.
Yeah, and now we get into we have a 2-week break around the holiday season, around Christmas and New Year, and it seems like, oh, you got 2 weeks, and it goes by like that, and it's over with.
Exactly. Yeah, and you got your honey-do list, and you never really finish it because
never get finished. That's right. Well, Lana, we want to thank everyone who is watching us this morning on Facebook Live and YouTube. We're here just about every morning when HCC is in session, live at 10 a.m. But they can also catch us in social media anytime and rewatch the show on our cable channel.
That's right. We are live on the Houston Community College District Facebook page, not HCC, and we're on YouTube. We're also on X, LinkedIn, and on HCC TV at noon, 5, and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday.
All right, Lana, stick around because you're going to be talking with this next guest. When it comes to innovation, this guest is always in the forefront. And now she has rustled up the funds for some new studios for faculty and students. Dr. Brenda Quintanilla is the regional manager of HCC's Innovative Instructional Technology Learning Services and Center for Learning Innovation. Good to see you, Brenda.
Good morning. Good to see you too. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we're looking forward to hearing about all the good things you guys have going on. So Lana is going to be with you in about 10 minutes.
Sounds good.
First, it's Good Works Wednesday, and we're visiting with a former HCC Communications colleague who's now helping to feed Fort Bend County. Fritz Guthrie is the volunteer coordinator of the East Fort Bend Human Needs Ministry. Fritz, welcome back to the show. Always good to see you.
Thank you. It's good to be here again. Always good to see you too.
Now, your organization says its mission, quite simply, is to address the basic human needs of families facing food insecurity and or temporary financial crises in East Fort Bend County. Tell us a little bit about the ministry and what exactly you guys do.
That is it. We've been around for almost 50 years, and we do have a food pantry that supplies food to thousands of people every year. And we have a resale shop that provides the money to buy the food that isn't donated. We had 80,000 pounds of food donated at Christmas time. And then we have a financial aid department that gives financial aid to those who are in need. They can get that one time a year. And it's the lives we change. It's just amazing. Amazing.
One thing we've been addressing here at HCC, and I believe you were around when we started addressing this, is food insecurity amongst our students, and it may not be to the point, well, I don't always have food, but when you're struggling early in life or even later in life, and you're trying to make ends meet, it could mean the difference between putting gas in your car or paying the light bill on time to keep the food. And that seems to, and when we have pantries here at HCC, it seems to help address that with our student need. Around the Houston area, especially in your area, is food insecurity were you surprised by how much need there is?
I've been there almost 2 years, and it grows and it grows and it grows. And it changes. Sometimes it's the grandmothers who are there. Sometimes it's the young kids. Sometimes it's small families. We have families as large as 16 people with 3 generations living in one house. So it varies, but we're there for them. They can come once a week and get food that will last them for 2 to 4 days.
And who exactly do you serve? Is it certain areas? And I imagine you have intake bases where case managers would meet with them, or is it just open to come and take as you need?
We are open Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday mornings from 10 until 12:30 at our Stafford location. That's our only location on Stafford Run Road. And anyone can come. If it's their first time, we screen them to see if they meet our requirements. And then after that, they can come once a week. And it doesn't make any difference if they miss 3 months because they got a part-time job or they're feeling pretty good, that's great. If they have to come back, that's great, we're still there. But the happiest day of their lives and our lives is when they say, this is my last day here. They're very proud of their accomplishments, and so are we.
What exactly do you to provide to them? You mentioned food. What other, besides, what type of food and what other services do you provide them?
Well, the foods range from meat, chicken, pork, sometimes some fish, shrimp, depending on what we get from the local grocers. And then they have deli meats and breads, eggs, butter, sandwiches. But one of the really cool, and lots of cans and boxes, full of food. But one of the really neat things we do is any child between 2 and 18 gets what we call a birthday bag, if it's their birthday. And in that bag, they have stuff for a party. They have plates and napkins and balloons and candles and 2 presents. And then as they leave the pantry, they get a birthday cake or cupcakes to celebrate. So that's one of the really joyful things that we get to do.
And you also prepare, I'm reading my notes here, kid sacks as well for the kids?
Yes. The kid sacks are something extra that we give. If families have kids, every 3 kids gets a kid sack. And they're in that sack are enough snacks like granola bars and Pop-Tarts. And we have ramen noodles right now that are, they love them. But those are in there that kids can pretty much fix or eat on their own without having mom turn the stove on. They can put the noodles in the microwave. And it's really kind of really nice for the kids.
Several years ago, my late wife, when I first met her, she would have all these cool clothes. And I'm like, where do you get the money to buy all these clothes all the time? She goes, I go to resale shops. And, we started hitting all the resale shops and found a lot of bargains. In fact, that's where I was getting all my clothes for several years. Does your shop, your resale shop have a cross area of items? I mean, do you have clothing, electronics? What exactly can they find there?
They can find almost anything they need for their home. They can find vacuum cleaners or dishes or glasses or clothes or furniture. Furniture's crazy. Thursday is our Thrifty Thursday, and it's always half off. If you come in on Saturday and buy furniture, you get an extra discount if you can take it with you that day. And our prices, because I go from shop to shop in town just to kind of look around and see what the difference is. Our shop is amazing. Every item is priced. And you don't have to look around and see, what does this cost? You know exactly what it costs when you pick it up and if it's going to be on sale. We also have a boutique area that is a little finer clothes for women, shoes, coats, purses, bags, vests, jeans, suits, everything. It's really cool. And yes, I do
it all. How do y'all do it all with donations? I imagine you have a lot of partners.
We have a lot of partners. I also have 341 volunteers who are active this year. And by active, I mean they give a minimum of 3 hours a week to either helping pass out food, working in the food pantry, helping do the financial aid statistics, packing the kids' sacks. There's all kinds of things that people can do. And we celebrate them every day. And then we have a big celebration in November to thank them for all that they give to us. Last year, I think it was over 29,000 hours that they gave to us. And we have 9 employees, so we couldn't do it without them.
And you also have a number of fundraisers as well throughout the year, correct?
Yes, we do. We have one coming up. We have our chili cook-off this weekend on Saturday. It's going to be in Harvest Green at 3400 Harvest Corner Drive, where the farmhouse is, if anyone knows where that is. You can buy tickets at the door. It's $25 for adults and $15 for kids. Adults get to try about a dozen chilies, 2 to 4 ounces of chili. So you're going to have 24 to 36 ounces of chili. And I know I can't eat that much, but you can taste it, so you can feel like you have a good meal. And the kids get hot dogs and chips and drinks. And they have a special area where we're going to have a giant Jenga and a Connect 4 and art stuff to do. So the parents have their time with the music and eating, and the kids have their time with some older kids who are going to supervise them. Thank you, Key Clubs and the Junior Service League folks who come out and help. So that's from 3 till 6 at Harvest Green at the farmhouse.
And that's going to be this coming weekend. And I know later this year you got a fun run coming up as well, right?
We have a fun run in October. Before that, we have Empty Bowls, which is our big fundraiser that we're moving this year from down to Sugarland to the Marriott. It's really a wonderful thing for a low price ticket. You get to eat soup all night, but you eat soup because then you know what it's like not to have sufficient food.
Yeah.
And you appreciate it and hopefully make a few more donations.
I've got about a minute left, but I want to ask about volunteer opportunities. If someone's interested, what can they do?
They can send me an email,
Okay.
fritz@humanneeds.org, fritz@humanneeds.org, or go to our website, humanneeds.org/volunteer, fill out a form, send it to me. I'll get in touch as soon as I can, usually within 24 hours, and hope to get them in there. It's wonderful
Fritz,
to have new folks.
Yeah, it is always good to see and hear about all the great things that are going on. We're going to have all that information you were talking about, links in our social media post after the show.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Todd. I'll talk
Thanks,
to you
Fritz.
soon. Okay.
We'll talk to you soon.
Take care. Bye-bye.
All right, Lana, I'm going to turn things over to you because there's some exciting things going on across the district.
Yeah, we're going to talk to Dr. Brenda Quintanilla. She's the regional manager of HCC's Innovative Instructional Technology, Learning Services, and Center for Learning Innovation. Whew, that is a mouthful. Everyone's talking about the new digital access centers. They're fantastic. They're beautiful. You know, we've done ribbon cuttings for them. Very excited about those. And they're talking about all the services that they'll offer to our students at HCC, but you're here to talk about some fun things for our faculty as well. So, Brenda, welcome. Can you tell us about the course production studios? What are they exactly?
Sure. The course production studios were part of a grant that also funded to construct the digital access labs, which are the digital access labs are geared for students and student success. And then the other side are the course production studios. And what we offer in these studios is technology called Lightboard Technology. And so these are really video recording areas where faculty can come in and they can use the Lightboard technology, which is really, it looks like a whiteboard, but it's a clear board. And when they write on this board, what the video recording camera will do is invert the text so that it's recording the text facing the right direction for the viewer, which is typically the student. And so the instructor can lecture right on the whiteboard, record the video, but they can also superimpose PowerPoint presentations onto that board. They can bring in live video feed. They can also bring in content that's on the internet, but at the same time show the instructor lecturing. So they're really nice kind of high-end video recording studios for lecturing.
Wonderful. So how many of these will there be, or are they already up and running?
They are up and running. We actually converted some other classrooms and also some open labs into either the course production studio or the digital access labs. We launched them at the beginning of the semester. There are 12 of them across the district. So you will find them on the East region, Central and West region. And just to clarify, my area is actually the East region of HCC's district. So there are two other regional managers that do what I do. There's Dr. Sandra LeBron, who manages the West region, and then Dr. David Coulter, who manages the Centers for Learning Information in the center of our region. And so each region has at least 3 or 4 different locations with these course production studios. Now, faculty can go to any campus. They don't have to only visit the CPSs that are on the campuses that they teach on, but they can, let's say they live in the East region, they can come to one of our campuses to record the videos, even if they teach on a different campus. So we support faculty on any campus, whichever one is convenient for them. They can come and visit us and we help them with the technology.
Great. So you kind of talked about the Lightboard technology. Why is that important? How is this going to change how faculty teach?
Well, technology like the video recording is important because, our new way of learning is digital. A lot of our students are taking hybrid courses or online courses. And so the video recording helps with remediation. A lot of times, if there's content that our instructors are finding that students are having to revisit a lot or ask a lot of questions about, creating videos allows students to rewatch that content so that they can relearn the material if needed. It also gives instructors ways to create videos and short pieces of learning information that they can upload into their Canvas course site, so students can access those anytime that they need them. And then the studios are also really open to any administrators who want to come in if they want to make informational videos. If they would like to promote their departments and things like that, we can also create those types of videos. But it's a way for us to provide learning modules and information so that students have digital access when they want it.
Excellent. Well, I know technology costs money, and how did you and your team secure grants for these?
Well, no, it wasn't my team that did it. It was the grant was written through a HERF grant, and the HERF funding was some supplemental funding that the government had for during the COVID period. And the grant was actually written by Dr. Ford Fisher, and this was before she became our chancellor for HCC. And so she was able to secure the grant and the funding for it, and we were able to build these really nice learning centers for both faculty and students through that funding.
Yeah, she previously was the president of Online College, so I'm sure she saw the importance of this. And so speaking of the digital access centers, were you also involved in the grants for those student labs?
The digital access centers were funded through the same grant. So the HERF funded grant actually funded both labs, both the digital access labs and the course production studios. It funded both. And the digital access labs, the contact person for that would be Amanda Guerrero. She and her team support the students there through some technology support, and then also, of course, through learning support.
Mm-hmm. Would you be able to give us just a quick overview of the digital access centers?
An overview of what's in them?
Yes. How do students access them, and what's there for them?
So for the digital access centers, the digital access centers are not under my department. So I can't provide all of the information for you, and I don't have locations for them because they're not actually in the same locations as the course production studios. They were built in different locations. But my understanding is that they provide tutoring services there. Students can come. There are study rooms. There are Amanda's team manages those labs so that there's always someone there to help a student if they need assistance. And there are also some really cool rooms where they can go and use whiteboards. They can team study and team teach and things like that.
Great. Well, thank you, Dr. Brenda Quintanilla, Regional Manager of HCC's Innovative Instructional Technology Learning Services and Center for Learning Innovation.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you. We'll have your info in the post after our show.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you both. A few announcements before we wrap up today's show. Lana, I know your president's very excited about this one because he's been very instrumental in launching our engineering programs. Well, we've got something called All About Engineering. It's a virtual information center, or session rather. Houston is one of the largest employers of engineers in the world as a leader in petroleum, chemical, mechanical, civil, electrical, biomedical, aerospace, and ocean engineering disciplines. HCC partners with UT Tyler, Texas A&M Chevron, and our own HCC Engineering Academy to provide easy access to those pathways. Learn more about the programs available to our students in this virtual information session. It's from 6 to 7 p.m. Wednesday, February the 7th. That's next Wednesday, a week from today. It's a virtual session. Check our post after the show for more information on student registration. And we've also got a vocal masterclass with your college.
Yeah, Dr. Eric McCluskey, professor of voice and opera at Lamar University, will give a masterclass to HCC vocal students. Lamar's collaborative pianist, Dr. Michael McAndrew, will provide accompaniment for the students. And that is 2 to 4 p.m. Friday, February 16th at our HCC Northwest Spring Branch Performing Arts Center Theater. And that's free. You don't have to register. Everyone's welcome. You can check out our post after the show for more information.
Across the other side of our district, the Northeast is having an exhibition as well. They're paintings and drawings by faculty member Thomas G.H. Dorsch. Now through April the 5th, it's at HCC's Northline Gallery. There's an artist reception from 2 to 4 p.m. Wednesday, February the 20th. Of course, that's free. Registration's not necessary. Everyone's welcome. Check our post after the show for more info. And we've got some information sessions if you're looking to get enrolled into the college as well.
Yeah, we understand enrolling in college is a big step, so we're here to support you. Join HCC's virtual info sessions where our admissions advisors will provide guidance on applications, financial aid, career pathways, international advising, and other student support services. And you can check out our post after the show for registration info.
Have you filled out your new FAFSA application for the fall semester? If not, visit financial aid to get step-by-step assistance submitting your application. The 24-25 application has some changes aimed at making it easier for students to file. File yours early and take advantage of the aid available for you to go to school. Visit a campus near you and check our post after the show for more information there. And speaking of enrollment, of course, our semesters have started already, but we do have second start right around the corner.
Yep. So our 16-week spring classes have begun, but students can still register for those, as well as second start classes, which begin next week, February 12th. All courses are either in-person, online, or hybrid. So we have our online anytime, online on a schedule, our hybrid classes, in-person classes, and our hybrid lab. To learn more about HCC programs, start dates, and options to cover cost, go to hccs.edu/apply.
Are you guys noticing that more students are coming back to the campuses nowadays?
Yes, we are getting busy. In fact, last night we had one of the engineering info sessions. We had 275 folks.
Wow.
Show up. Yeah. So that's a great program. Our engineering academies are really great programs, and we need engineers in the Houston area. We have a shortage of engineers. So yeah, we are seeing our students come back in full force.
Yeah, people don't seem to understand. We have a generation that's retiring, and it's all happening in the next few years. We do not have, and we talked about this before, but we don't have enough engineers to backfill those positions. So what happens then? You got people who are overworking, or projects are put on hold until they can get the right trained talent. And the best thing about our engineering academies is, you can get through your full college career in many cases less than $20,000, for a full college career with a degree from like Texas A&M or University of Houston.
They're a great deal, and our engineering graduates get employment almost immediately.
Yeah.
So it's a good deal, and it's a good program.
As we mentioned, check our post after the show on a next information session. Okay, tomorrow on the show, I'll be gone. Sade is going to be hosting, and it's Thursday Family Fun Day. And to kick off Black History Month, we'll welcome the National Buffalo Soldiers Museum. They're on annually. It's a great museum, and they'll be talking with us as well. And for Film Friday, gonna love this, we'll welcome the Alamo Draft House, one of the first to bring us the cinema dining and drinking experience. All that and more later this week. Lana, thanks for being here today.
My pleasure. Thank you.
We'll see you next week. And of course, I'm off tomorrow. I'm back Friday. Sade's here live tomorrow at 10 a.m. with Up to the Minute.